Greetings one and all to this week's Tenno Clock. I am joined by the lovely Murder Dr. Loz for episode 344 of Tenno Clock. Not too far till the big 350. I think I can't remember if I worked out if 350 was the same weekend as TennoCon or the weekend before. I'm not entirely sure, or the week before. But anyway, yeah, so Loz is looking stuff up and no idea what he's looking at.
Trying to find a post box.
Trying to find a post box?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Need to send a mail.
Oh, of course, yes. Right, so first thing we always do, as always, is the emblems. So my one's actually...
Oh, I get what you mean by it's in order now. I get you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So
I get you now.
I just want to prefix this. Mine's really hard to see, but it's like these pair of angel wings with a sword in the middle, and I can't remember if it's like blood trails leading off. I mean, I can send
It's like
you
ribbon.
I can send you the original. I think I got a couple of them.
No, I can see it.
But so that's the
I think it's ribbon that's tied onto the handle.
I can tell you in a second. Pictures, Warframe. For those of you who don't know, you can actually press F6 to bring up. Yeah, it's ribbon tied to the handle. It's going like behind the wings, everything like that. Maybe it's just like on the monitor I'm looking on. It's just like super dark, but yeah.
No, it is. Yeah.
Right. So
I think it could have. I think white highlighting would have really brought this out.
The serious problem was, the Warframe I found it on was Super Edgelord. It was all
No,
black and red.
No. The emblem itself. I mean, it's not the background that I have problems. It's seeing the actual definition. Like I can just make out stuff, but I think with a few flecks of white highlighting, just to separate some items out, would have really amplified, made it stand out more.
The contrast is really low on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're trying to get the shading, and it's like, but on something so small, it means you just can't see it.
Your one.
Which is why my one.
I don't even know your one. I mean, your one is just like
that's the corpus mantra, isn't it?
Give him the business.
Yeah,
I know. If anyone I expect that line from is either Yudico, Zood, or Little Duck. You know, just being like rude is like, give him the business, and then like nudging Biz. Like, winking.
Go on, Biz.
Give him the business. Anyway,
give him.
If you wish to have a chance at winning 150 platinum, go into the description below where you'll see a Google form to these two emblems and pick the one you like the most. Make sure you get your in-game name correct, because if you get it wrong, DE won't be able to find you, and that's 150 plat gone to no one. And make sure, you select your platform of choice. And you could win 150 platinum in 2 weeks' time. What else is there? That's it for the hoo-has, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, right. Okay, so...
No more hoo-ha. Is there some other competition you're running at the moment?
Oh, yes, good sir! Moving on to dojo dusting. Why did that turn off? Oh, God, I hate the fact that OBS has now decided this. Right, so... if you go to my Twitter, you'll find a link to... you'll find it, pinned to the top of my Twitter profile. I'm doing a giveaway for a Nova and Trinity Prime dual pack giveaway, which, as far as I understand, it comes with the accessories as well. So, yep, the winner will be decided on the 23rd, so Tuesday the 23rd of June, and I have till Friday the 26th of June to get DE the winners' names. Now the reason why there's such a lead is because last time someone won, but they didn't get back to me until days and days past the actual deadline. So if you've entered this, please make sure that you keep an eye on your MacGuffins, your Twitter messages, because I will message you on Twitter directly asking you for your in-game name and your platform.
Right.
Yeah? So you have till the 23rd, and then I'll pick the winner. Cool. Right. All you have to do for that is follow my account, like, retweet the post, and you have to just reply to the post, not comment, retweet, but reply to the post which frame you think is better. It was supposed to be like wrong answers only, but I forgot to actually add that to the end of the thing. So yeah, just like which, you all get added in. And right, so what's next, Batman? That's Dojo Dusting. Patreon. Oh, graphs. What am I thinking? I've even given it to you in order.
It is actually, yeah, it's in order now, so
right.
No excuse.
So first graph. So we did 5. We did 5 questions. Right. So just a little tangent. I always say to Loz, before we record, after we record, we've got to come up with the questions. We never do, and I always bloody work it out just before we go, before it goes live. I even called up Loz, Loz, how we come up with the questions? So anyway, I hope these questions are satisfactory. Right, first question, first card. Do you have the need to get it right first time? Now, it being the investigation of Glassmaker, and I hope that was...
But I feel it can also be expanded into just like other things as well.
Mm. That is true. That is very true, actually. Right,
so if you can't just you might get Glassmaker right first time, but in general, you might not like getting things right the first time.
Right, so 56 people responded. 35% said yes, 64% said no. Now, honestly, I felt with the amount of vitriol within the community about this, I would have thought that yes would have been a lot higher. I would have thought the yes would have been on top.
Yeah.
So, but, as long as you're honest to yourself. Should we go, do you have any comment on this, or move on to the next
one? I think it's always the case though that even though there's only just over a third of people that say yes, they need to get it right the first time, it's always the loudest voice might not always be the most common one. Like the silent majority of people, as we have here, get it right and be like, what was the issue? Well, I wasn't.
Well, no. That's not like it's the question is, do you need to get it right first time?
No, I know. I know. Yes. Just obviously, we hear from the people.
Yeah.
All right, second one. Very nice graph. The second one. I like this graph.
Right. How many attempts has it taken you to do the first investigation? 55.
Where were you?
I was first. I was just one.
Oh, one and done.
Right. This is not taking into consideration doing any research or anything. I didn't do any research. I worked out quite quickly. But there were people that probably went and looked it up because they didn't want to get it wrong. So 55 people.
I think, by the way, we have to remind ourselves, I think it'd be good to rerun this one on the second one. Or after the second one's been out for 2 weeks. And let's see if people... Sure. Yeah, because I think the first one, it's kind of new, don't know what's going on.
I think actually say the first week. Because I think...
No, I'd say give it 2 weeks.
You think?
Yeah, people need time to do it. They might be able to get Cephalites in their first week. They might not give them a week.
My thought would have been they would have had Cephalite before they started it.
They might not be. That's considered for players who don't get a chance much to play. They might have only just farmed up enough Cephalite to get their first one done, and that's it.
Okay, going into this, 55 people responded. 9% said it took 4 or more. 12% said they've not attempted it yet. 14% said 3.
I'm in that group.
27% said 2, and 36% said 1. Now, I am assuming that those people that did 1, the majority of them actually went away and looked it up beforehand, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to go away and do your research beforehand, or maybe you try it once, don't get it, and then look it up, again, nothing wrong with that. I always feel that there's this stigma that if you can't work it out for yourself, then you put pressure on yourself. I don't like that. It's like, if you go do an exam, you go swat up for the exam before you do the exam. Right, should we move on to 3, or do you have any more points?
No, it's fine.
Good.
Move to 3.
Move on to 3. So, did you look it up before you attempted it? 56 people responded. 5% said, I haven't attempted it yet. I kind of felt, that's really interesting.
Yeah, wait, hang on a minute.
No, that's really interesting, because if we look back on the other one, 7 people said that they hadn't attempted it yet. And we're looking at this one, 3 people said that they haven't attempted it yet.
Those remaining 4 people may have seen the no and not read down.
Or potentially they've said yes. They've looked it up, but they haven't attempted it yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fucked that up. I should have put I haven't attempted it yet at the top of those answers. Okay. Right, 56 people responded. 5% said I haven't attempted it yet. 30% said yes, and 64% said no. Where does that lean on the first one? So 35% said yes, that they need to get it right on the first time, and 30% said yes, they looked it up before they attempted it. Interesting. So again, they could look it up after they first attempted it. Anyway, moving on to any further thoughts? 4. Moving on to number 4. Do you feel too much pressure to get it right first time? 56 people responded to this. 32% said yes. 67% said no. It's very, these were what?
I'm seeing a lot of 2/3 for one response, 1/3 for the other response, and quite a lot of these quite interesting.
All right.
We'd love to see how they pair up. Like, shame we can't do that, but
yeah. And then moving on to number 5.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Do you feel you're getting
2/3 for one answer, 1/3 for one? Lovely.
Right. Do you feel you're getting enough satellite resonance? 55 people responded. 30% said no. 69% said yes. Very interesting results.
Indeed.
Right. I don't really feel I can deliberate on this much. Cool. Should we move on?
Yeah.
Right. Patreon questions, good sir.
Joshua Minnick. Tortilla chips or potato chips? Or is it crisps? I don't know.
We don't really have tortilla chips here.
Doritos. It's a tortilla chip.
I don't think they are. I mean, you can get them. They're like very plain. I don't think Doritos are tortilla chips, are they?
Tortilla chips. They triangle-esque things. Okay, how about how?
I think that's how they're made, isn't it?
Doritos. Tortillas. At birth, Doritos were just plain tortilla chips. Frito-Lay began selling Doritos commercially. In short, they were tortilla chips. Doritos made with tortillas.
Look in this.
American brand of flavored tortilla chips produced since 1964.
Fair enough.
What do they...
Oh god, I don't know. I kind of wanted to say like
they're not very
crisps.
common though.
No, they really are. It's like it's either Doritos or some no-name brand off the shelf that
we also don't have potato chips. So if you want to know, so potato, obviously, they're crisps. We would call them crisps.
Yeah.
You call them potato chips. For us, potato chips would be French fries, probably. No, is that
no? We still call them French fries.
I know, but if someone said, "Can you get me some potato chips?" What would you? No, we don't have. We just wouldn't use that at all. Yeah, that just feels as a very American. Yeah, we wouldn't. I say in senses it feels that. Yeah, we.
It's crisps. I think I want to say crisps mostly because of the variety of different kinds we have over here. But like, Doritos are nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like crisps just covers such a larger, vast set of options. Yeah. So anyway.
Also from Joshua, poor Sarge. He needs a new boss battle. He's killed way too easily. It's just, it's so sad. What should Sergeant's boss battle be if it gets a rework?
I kind of want to see him like piloting kind of a Metal Gear sort of, Metal Gear Rex kind of thing. He jumps into a proxy.
I would like a multi-stage fight with that as the last step. Nothing like the Vayhek fight, but I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why the Vayhek fight took so long. I think maybe it was the Vayhek model, but they were showing that off for ages. I just don't get that why that fight took so long. It really isn't that complex. But I would, because he's called the Sergeant, which is a rank.
Yeah.
I would like to see like the first you just fight him, then he calls in troops for a couple of waves. I wouldn't want to quite give him invincibility phases, but I would like that you have to interact with the other troops he brings in before you can get to him or something. And then the last step is I'd like to see him get in I would love to see a power armored mower suit or something for him to get in. He's such a meme at this point.
No,
he deserves something special.
I would want him to be in more of a, thinking about it, I think in more like a Terminator suit. Or what's the
Terminator suit?
Yeah, from 40K.
Terminator armor.
Yeah. Oh no!
I think meme worthiness. I think him getting in a giant.
Is it a Grey Knight?
Oh God, not the Nemesis Force armor. Is it Nemesis Force armor?
Is that the one that's actually just like freaking
the baby carrier?
Yes, yeah. It's like freaking Warmonger from no, not Warmonger, Ironmonger from Iron Man 1.
What was it called? It's not Nemesis Force weapon. What's it? No, Dread Knight. That's what it's called.
Oh, is it Dread Knight?
Dread Knight. Baby carrier is what people call it because it's like if you
It's
put a head on the back,
yeah,
it's like a baby carrier at the front. It's like, why isn't it covered? It's like there's models with correct versions of it that make it look so much better. But the basic thing is just like the baby carrier. It's hilarious.
You need to send me those. But yeah, no, I mean, again, I would love that for the Sergeant. He just gets into this, like, I want to say 3-story tall.
2 to 3.
2 to 3. Yeah, 2.5 story tall. What's called mobile suit, and just like freaking goes to town on you. Actually, I don't know what the difference between a mobile suit and mecha is.
Mobile suits are specifically for the Gundam universe.
Right, then a mecha. There you go.
Because then they differentiate within the universe between Gundam a mobile suit versus a mobile armor.
Oh, right, okay. Let's not rabbit hole. Next question. What a rabbit hole.
No, I was done. It was not my stuff. Nick Evans also says, DE recently patched the glass.
This should be first Nick Evans question.
This is the first Nick Evans question.
You just said also says.
Or Nick Evans also says from Nick Evans.
Okay.
As in addition to Joshua Minute.
Okay.
I failed saying his name next to you.
Minute.
I have failed.
Anyway.
DE recently patched the glassmaker crime scene so that we move at a faster speed equal to Laverian, meaning we now have walking, inspecting objects, and small puzzle-solving elements all in this one part of the game. How soon will they reveal that Warframe's Glassmaker is the debut of the new Warframe cinematic walking simulator mode, specially made for people who dislike difficulty?
I don't get it. So what's the intent? So like,
right.
I'm trying to understand the description. Are we basically saying
running some memes here?
Yeah.
People who hate difficulty, like games journalists who fail at games and demand easier versions of games.
Yeah.
Who also always give. I blame game journalists, but I suppose you could make this more general. But I'm just going to blame game journalists. Then always give plus 100% to walking simulators. Like the big one that was the one I remember was a big controversy was Dear Esther, where it's basically there's not a game there. You just walk around and you have to click on.
Was that the?
It's just like and the story plays out.
Was that the cancer one? No, there was one called I think it's like that Dragon Cancer or something.
I know what you mean about Dragon. There's also one that is something home. That one always gets brought up a lot.
What about Death Stranding? Would that count?
No.
Okay.
No. That though
there's combat.
I'm sorry to side rail. There is a free game on Steam called Walking Simulator that is somebody making a bare bones version of Death Stranding, and I've played it, and it's hilarious. It is so hilarious. It's good fun.
Is it in VR?
No, that I don't know if they've had a VR support, but they could, and that'd be hilarious. It's so simple, and if that's what Death Stranding's gonna be like, it's like I don't know if I want to play it. I'm really looking forward to Death Stranding coming out on PC so I can play it, but I'm like, I don't know. I should just stick with this free game now. But anyway, Nick Evans also says, "Oh no, sorry, back to the Evans first thing. I just want to point out that yes, okay, silliness, yes, but to be honest, I think it is great that Warframe is. It's such a shame that Warframe. Maybe the community is becoming very insular." I think it is great that Warframe has so much variety in it now. We've got, I know it doesn't all get used, and that's obviously because the community know what they want. They just basically want to play the base Warframe. On top of that, we've got air combat, we've got space combat, we've got spaceship combat, we've got snowboarding, we've got investigations, we've got a sport, we've got PvP, I guess you could say as well. What else have we got that's a bit off the thing?
I want to quickly
build your own whatever you want, like without the. I'm not saying Minecraft, but build a whatever thing in the
base
ship. And aren't we getting a dojo tile that is empty and you can do whatever you want in that? Yeah. So there's so much variety. So I don't want to. I know Nick Evans is making a bit of a joke here, but I think it is great that Warframe has this kind of thing because they're playing with it, and hopefully, I don't mean to be mean because I think it's great that Nick Evans made this point. It's a good joke, but I don't want to at all push DE away from this because it's like they could do so many more things with it if they just embrace more things and stick with it instead of start embracing, then let go and embrace something else and let go, then embrace something else and let go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the one thing they're not going to let go is Railjack. I mean, the fact that we're getting more and more.
I hope so.
Nightwave stuff involving Railjack. I just seriously, can we please have more game modes?
I think I remember Scott saying. I think it was in the interview.
Yeah.
Yes, the foundation first. And I was playing it recently, obviously, because the Nightwave thing, which is great.
Yeah.
And I think it is in a lot better state right now. It was exciting to do things. The mods aren't as confusing. The drops, you get things, you're like, oh, wow, I can fuse that to make this thing better. You're not like, oh, I need this 0.5 drop chance thing. So I think it is a lot healthier right now. But what it now needs is at least one other mission mode to play some variety so that people can have a reason to feel what they're doing feels variety. Because it's just like, kill the spaceships. Like, there's so much more opportunity to do stuff here. Anyway, moving on. Nick Evans' other question. If either Xeno or Loz were to die unexpectedly, it wouldn't be me.
Why would it be you?
What?
Why would it be you?
No, it wouldn't be me, it'd be you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
In shady circumstances. No, I'm kidding. Would either of you like DE to put a tribute into the game for you, such as an Oberon/Excalibur cosmetic or decoration? And if you would, what kind of tribute would you like? Asking because don't worry about it. Now I'm worried. It's coming. Nick Evans be coming for us.
I would want it to be subtle. I wouldn't want it to be huge.
I would like something on the lines of randomly, maybe in Maru's Bazaar or Relays, like you would just see you and me in a corner just animating. That's the minimum I would want. Yeah. Maybe Orb Valis or Ostrons. No, Ostrons. I can't remember. Cetus, yeah. In Cetus. Just in the background, talking to a shopkeeper or something, just standing and arguing in a corner.
Yeah,
characters standing there. That's if I wanted, though. Yeah, and just in our colors, we pretty much are. I know the Xeno here changes his a little bit. Mine haven't changed apart from my helmet. And I would love my classic helmet. If that
would be the ultimate sign of respect. You get your original helmet.
That would be a tribute. Yeah, if I could have my helmet back.
Anyway, is that the last question?
Yeah, that was the last question.
Right, moving on to the community responses.
My helmet back.
Oh my god, hurry up!
I really missed that face. I spent 5 minutes yesterday looking at the Excalibur Prime helmet going, can I make this work? I want this face back. And I'm just like, so plain.
Weirdly enough, I'm actually asking people in Arbiters, should I actually redo my entire aesthetic? Because it's been the same since the year dot. So
mine has been... I think mine has been the same, apart from maybe the most minorest of changes. Like, I think I changed the shade of white I used. Is the only change I've had in about 6 years.
Yeah.
Like, I've used the same armor. same Sugatra, the same Sindana since those 3 came out. Yeah, I use it's a horrible Sindana as well, by the way. I still use it.
Yeah,
it's the horrible one that came with Rhino Prime. Horrible.
Yep.
Right, let us go to the community response. Oh, you know a lot of these. What am I wasting time for here? Right. Don't knock that off. Cynical No Lock. I took a picture on my mobile of the evidence from Glassmake investigation, then just cycled through them as I was solving the puzzle. I failed twice, by the way, because at first I had no fucking clue what I needed at first. Second time I failed because I misjudged the distance like a twat. I'm lucky that I didn't misjudge the distance because that's one of the things Xeno told me beforehand is be careful of the jumping. That was the only thing I was okay. Oh, actually, I was going to save this one last, but we'll do it now because it's just what saves me go around. Trex Paddock, right? I must confess, the new Nightwave is rather a letdown. It went from new to tedious in less time than the Scarlet Spear did. In my honest opinion, they should have at least tried to make a work a little bit less like Void Fishers. Or make it work. I think it's a little bit less like Void Fishers. Also, so you are alluding to Glass Murders and Cetus. Would be about as mysterious as missing lobsters in a fish tank located in a restaurant. Just saying. I guess it just feels like I'm like an implementation of a rough draft of an idea. They could have done so much more, and I still hope they will, if only out of stubborn optimism. I so deeply wish they would include the updates and changes in story lore. The PoE update, they could have thrown in-game reason of why it looks a bit different now. We all know the actual reason is because video game. However, I feel for my part, enjoy they put a spin on stuff like that in game. It takes so little effort and it adds so much to the feel of the game. Now, Trex Paddock, I particularly want, it's a bit of a long way. I wanted to stick that one in because I can see what he's saying. I really do. However, the thing with this glass Nightwave thing, the glass maker in Nightwave, is we're going to have to wait until we see all the investigations just to see how much lore they bring in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I doubt that it's going to change much more. We're probably going to get 4 other locations. But the thing is, I can only think of... And obviously one is going to be on the Fortuna, and you walk around in the Fortuna area. What are the other 3 going to be? Maybe Iron Wake? I don't know. It'd be pretty interesting.
Wait, how do we know that's going to be Fortuna?
Because it's if they've done Ostron, one of the keypad thing showed, I don't know, it shows you corpus messages and things. So I bet you we're going to do one of them in the
Mine
Fortuna.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Mine was a trade.
One of them is a corpus pad.
Yeah.
No, not the trade. No, one of them is a corpus pad that you are...
Oh, 2 of them are.
Yeah, so corpus links are clear.
I suppose.
Yeah, 2 of them are. Yeah. I don't know if your face... I mean, my one shows Darvo, but
mine's
I think
Maru.
Yeah. But they're on corpus... One of them is a corpus pad. Yeah, I don't know. I feel it's going to want to be done in there. But anyway, so it's hard to say for this Nightwave, and I do agree. It's like... I don't... Scarlet Spear was tedious, and there was nothing... It didn't develop. I think this one will feel better once we get the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It will feel a bit bigger. I really don't get why we haven't had the 2nd one yet. I thought we were supposed to have had it by now.
No. I think we'll get it this coming week. I think today is Monday when this comes out.
Is this the 3rd week?
No, this is technically 2.5. Right, because it came out midweek, and the last time
I missed that half week. Yeah, I hate when they do the midweek thing. They really should stop doing that. They should. If they release it, the Nightwave shouldn't start till the Monday.
I agree with that, but I think I think the plan was that it was supposed to start the Monday of the week. Like it should have come out a couple of weeks, a couple of days beforehand, but it didn't go in. It's like it didn't get validated by cert by one of the companies until a couple of days later. So I think that was the original plan.
Right, fair enough. But it annoys me. But anyway, I still think by now we should have had the 2nd one. Maybe we're going to next week. It just to start it off to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Like first one starts with 1 week. 2nd week we open the 2nd one. Then we can wait 3 weeks for the 3rd one. You know that feels better. It just feels so lagging.
I don't mean to be pessimistic. But I really don't think you can expect much in terms of lore for these because,
no, I'm not expecting
the Wolf
massive.
But the Wolf for Saturn 6 was there, right?
No, that was really good. The Wolf for Saturn 6.
But we
established grenade prisons. We established what goes on in them and the different characters they're in and how bad it is. It led on to the amalgams because that's what they're being experimented on for, and that's what the Wolf was so angry for, and then that's I think that's what controlled the wolf in the end, didn't it? Didn't he get controlled by the amalgam?
Well, that's because you made a deal with Aladvi rather, to become an amalgam. It's just like, hold on. You're kicking off because you've been experimented on, but now you're going to take the thing that puts you under his control. Pourquoi?
Wanted power, I don't know. But still, at least it then led on to later plot, that it enabled later plot to be built from somewhere. That's the thing is, they've always done this with Aladvi. Like, the Arid Fear event was the one where it first exposed his name.
Well, I feel that with the Wolf of Saturn 6, I mean, you could have not had the the Nightwave at all, and still Jovian Concord would have happened exactly the same way.
Oh, of course, but it's more breadcrumbing. It's little breadcrumbing.
The other one,
tying narratives together. The
other one was the Emissary. That was the second one, wasn't it? Which was just like, Arlo bad guy, Arlo bad guy, Arlo bad guy.
Now the thing is,
Arlo bad guy. You can see that from a mile away.
What I would like them to use this for, and if they're really clever, they should, is that Nightwave should allow them to introduce characters that then become long-term bosses in the game. Yeah. Like the Wolf is should be a character now that should now interact in later events because he's established. We know who he is. Blah. Arlo, blah blah. This one's about Cephalon. I hope and that way, if they wanted to introduce a new boss to us, instead of doing it in an operation which takes them forever and Nefanyo still isn't in the game as an actual thing you can fight, they could introduce a boss or a mini boss through a Nightwave, and then it becomes permanent. And I know the Wolf technically is permanent, but
he's a mid boss. But like again, I don't know.
You know what I mean? But introducing characters that actually have names and keep interacting in the world events, because they need more of those, especially Corpus ones, which I know they're trying to fix now, but they're still playing catch up years later.
Yeah,
it's like because they kept reusing bloody Aladvi for everything, like the Mutilus stuff. Why couldn't that have been some other Corpus?
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, should we move on?
Anyway, Nick Evans. As to the failure on Glassmaker Puzzle, I'm not commenting on Loz's boomer take. Yeah, I jumped off the... Whatever. All I'm going to say is that I failed it first time because of the way the platforms were spread out, and I physically did not see the third option on the multiple choices. What?
No, I could easily believe that.
Platforms were spread out.
Because if you're close enough to the edge...
And I'm the boomer? Look left and right, man. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
There's always three options.
I got onto a platform and literally only saw two choices, neither of which were correct. I think this is what the OP from Topic was saying about not seeing the correct answer. Yeah, look around. Look around. See our topic for today? That's right.
It's Maru's
head. Amalgams. Oh. Right, moving on. If you don't know, look around you. By the way, Google that.
Moving on.
I'd love to make some jokey look around you videos. Anyway, Lindsay Whitesell. On the first day of this Nightwave, in about 3 hours, I did. Oh, sorry. I'll finish one. I'll go back to Nick. I'm sorry. I did 3 full preps and attempted at the puzzle, 1 PC and 2 console. This was doing a few Nightwave objectives and sorties. Even considering my lowest master rank account is 6 and having failed the first attempt not knowing there was a test, I can't say it's punishing. It's easily doable for the average player. That's really interesting. Thank you very much, Lindsay Whitesell?
Can you just reiterate how many attempts?
So I think what they're saying is they farmed up 3. They farmed up basically equivalent of 30 Cephalite.
Yeah.
Twice on console and once on PC.
Right. Okay.
So I think they have the dual accounts. Yeah. In one day, obviously, maybe a bit of play, but yeah, it's very interesting to see, as they say, from what they determine themselves as an average player. There we go. Yeah, thank you very much. That's very interesting. And see, I don't think it's that bad, and I think over time people will be like, oh yeah, Cephalite, that's easy to get. The other thing from Nick Evans, the key difference between the invulnerable Xmas units proposed on the dev stream and the glass enemies now is that on the preview, you could not melee them, and the nodes you had to shoot were tiny, off appearing in places you could not see. Beyond that, the ones we get now are on any random unit. There's no exclusivity to the Xmas category, making them be more diversity to the enemies you might deal with. That's fine, but that's not why they stopped doing it. Like literally, I want to be able to melee them, and they're too small to shoot. Right, so we make it bigger. The problem is when they announce this on the dev stream, which is always as a dev stream, if they're put on screen, not in actual, this is development, and you are seeing the sausage being made. give them feedback, and they will improve it. And obviously they did, but they got so much vitriol from it that they shelved the idea for literally years before they have implemented it. And I've wanted this, and I love it now. I so love fighting Cephalite enemies because sometimes I don't even pay attention to them. Like, well, I hear Nora Knight in the open world. I'm like, oh yeah, there's Cephalites somewhere. Killing mobs. Yeah, I don't see anything. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's invincible. Oh, now I need to target these things. I think they've gone too far. Maybe the glass is too big, or things aren't covered in enough glass. I'd love to see things.
You say that. I never see the glass. I'm just like, it's invincible. Yeah, spray around a bit. Yeah. Okay, dead now. Yeah, I can't see it.
Sometimes I have to go. Oh, got to shoot the leg. Got to shoot the side of the head. I think maybe it's a bit too big in my opinion. They've gone too far the other way, but I'd love to see a bit of variety. Maybe some that only have one little bit of glass, and some which have more bits of glass. Yeah. I would like to see Xmas with them, though. I don't know why people have this aversion to Xmas using it, though. People just look. It's not that bad. Give it a go, and I think it would be really interesting.
Yep.
Let me just charge these up. These are beeping at me for no power. There we go. Right. Sorry. Is he on your phone?
Yeah, still here.
You got anything to say on that?
No. I echo what you say.
Cool. Last few ones. Relic says, "Do you have a base railjack? 1k HP, 1k shields?" I'm going to pull up
that. No, but I do have a garbage one, which we ran. Was it yesterday or the day before?
We need to play some railjack, man. We got to get your ship up to speed, man.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
It's so much more fun now. It's so much more rewarding.
It's not fun enough.
I don't know what you want from it. I really enjoy it because now
variety.
You pick
Literally
up mods.
All I want is variety.
Okay, I'll give you that. Well, yeah, no, I'll give you that.
Like, I've done it with other people.
Right. Hey, Xeno.
Uh-huh.
We've got two people, actually several people, but I've not. I know Zriggle did some, but I've just amalgamated a couple of people here. They're giving you things because you were complaining about conservation. So quickly, we'll move on. Xeno, some tips for conservation. 1, Avara, Sleep Arrow is best, and 2, an Equinox Rest is a close second. 2, Avara in Invivs nullifies being caught by the animals. You can literally walk right up to them while invis. 3, Avara Sleep Arrow or Equinox Rest can knock out the animals immediately for easy, perfect capture. There you go.
Those aren't the problems I have. It's the bugs. Like the number of times that the animal just will sink into the ground, or you just shoot it with a trank gun and then it just doesn't do anything, or the Sorgor is the one that I hate. If anyone has any tips on how to deal with the Sorgor, that's the one I care about. I've been advised using the Avara zip lines. That's what they call, isn't it? The wire. Yeah, right. That's the one thing I've been suggested with the Sorgor, but no, it's just stupid bugs that keep on pissing me off.
I want to make a Xeno sock puppet now.
Better look like my Oberon.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm getting a sock
with a Canada hat.
Right, next time we go Canada, I'm going to have to find like a mini Canada hat, like a bear or something. Buy the bear and rip it off. You have to make the sock already.
You don't have to make the sock. You have to buy the sock.
No, I was gonna make the sock and make it and buy everything else. Okay. Anyway, and this is an interesting one. I'm gonna get the name right because this person I haven't seen the content. Well, I'm gonna get the name right.
Ouza
Shintai. And I forget this as well. In regards to Xeno's complaints about animal captures, they do appear to show up on radar at least while using the Oculus. Do you?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
In regards to Xeno's complaints about animal capture, they do appear to show up on enemy radar at least while using Oculus. Do you use the Oculus? Because I keep forgetting to.
No, what was the complaint? That I can't see where they're coming from. Right, yes.
You were saying it was hard to hear them, and I was saying you can hear, but basically the Oculus will put them on the radar for you.
Good point.
Do you know what the Oculus is?
Yeah, no, I know. It's the weird skull-looking sentinel. Sentinel?
Skull?
Sentinel.
Skull?
Yeah, it folds up. Like the lower hanging part will fold up.
Yeah, it's the box with a hand. It's the box with a little arm.
Like if the hand folds up, it looks like a skull.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But I really need to use that Sentinel.
Yeah, I literally just
That's
did that.
Sentinel more because it is the outdoor Sentinel. Like if you're
Yeah.
farming, use that Sentinel, and I keep forgetting to because it is so good for finding
Good shout.
everything like fish nodes. Yeah, good shout on that because don't forget about it. You know, Sentinel. I mean, I think we need a big talk about Sentinel survivability. But
yeah.
people aren't going to do that because they want their bloody universal vacuum. But at least that is something that they do bring as unique, and it is really good. Right, moving on. Topic.
Oh, we're finally there. Cool. Right.
Yeah.
Topic.
What are we going to mumble about?
What have I clicked on? What have I clicked on?
Lockdown week 344.
What?
Lockdown week 344.
Lockdown week 344.
It's lockdown week because we're still in lockdown.
Yeah.
And it's week 444.
Okay.
Lockdown week 344.
Right. Okay. So topic is self-stagger on explosion secondary weapons. That's such a pathetic thing. Right?
Okay.
So OP
topic.
OP, huh? Well,
a lot of Reddit topics.
A lot of the topics are coming from Reddit because I think
forums are dead.
I don't know if the forums are dead or not. I just know that it's what Tobiah feels more comfortable curating the topics from, so I'm not going to say no.
That's fine. I think because they're also going to be shorter anyway, and you get a bit more hot takes on Reddit. So let's go. Yeah.
So cautious shot. For primaries work, I don't like the change from self-damage to stagger, but with this, it's at least bearable. No similar thing for secondary mods. A lot of fun secondaries, like the Staticore, Sonicore, Cullstar, become unplayable because they have a very large range and outer edge of which doesn't even damage enemies. Now you stagger to all hell. Before, when we all had self-damage on them, I could use those weapons on any Warframe and had zero problems with damage or anything. And now I barely can use them. Yeah, no, that is right. Even adding a cautious shot for secondaries would be great because it'd be another mandatory... So it wouldn't be great because it would be another mandatory mod for secondaries. So first off, I want to say no, it would be a mandatory secondary mod for those secondaries, right? So you can't say it's mandatory. I need to try these weapons out because I still use things like the Toncore from time to time, and I love me Toncore. I love the whole backflips into whatever. Like I try to use the Toncore as a long range weapon. I don't like to use it close and personal. I feel that this person has a point.
I don't. Well, no, I'd say put the mod in.
Yes, yeah. But at the same time,
but they say it wouldn't be great because it's another mandatory mod.
It's not a mandatory mod. That I completely disagree with. Just because those are the weapons that they want to play with doesn't mean that there are no other. Like I take what I call my gunpla gun, which is the Catch Moon kit gun. I don't need to take secondary cautious shot to.
Does it self stagger the Catch Moon?
No, that's my point. So it's not a mandatory mod.
No, they're saying that for guns that stagger. Right, they're saying that in general, secondaries have a lot of mods. I'd assume more than primaries. I'm not, off the top of my head, I can't really think if that's true. I mean, you get Shred versus Lethal Torrent. I mean, maybe you could say Shred is not as important as Lethal Torrent because Lethal Torrent is pure damage, whereas Shred gives you punch through, which is not as mandatory as Lethal Torrent.
So I guess. But you get Prime Shred.
No, yeah, I know, but yeah, that's true. It gives you more fire rate, I guess. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I may be completely out of the loop on this. Maybe I don't understand modding because I feel I don't. But maybe there is more competition in secondary mods. I wouldn't say there's overly more.
No, I wouldn't say there's.
Mods. I can't think of.
I feel.
The only thing I think of.
I feel it's pretty much the same, right? So if I was to, I would have to take a mod out of my primary weapon for cautious shot. I would have to do the same for secondary weapons.
Right, yeah, I think that's true, because but all of your builds would have 8 mods in, because they always do these days.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to think, is there more competition on mod slots for secondary? And the only thing I can think of is that Lethal Torrent is probably a higher priority than equipping Shred. Is the only thing I could really see in competition. Because, Lethal Torrent of multi-shot plus fire rate is nothing but just pure damage upgrade, whereas at least with Shred, you are right, there's Prime Shred, so it ups the fire rate even further, but like, Punch 2 might not seem as mandatory. Fair enough. But I think that's maybe one mod slot. But even then, as for this, though, I mean, I run an optical. I love optical.
Yeah.
It's my Twitter picture. I don't know when I'm going to change it. I'll find something better. Me hugging that optical is just amazing. Yeah. I love the optical.
You couldn't take it out, which was sad.
No. In fact, Taylor was like, be very careful when lifting it. And it was actually quite heavy. I will point it out. If I was in less shape, I wouldn't be. I don't think, like, nothing against you, but like, I was like, "Oh, be very careful and hold this." It was quite heavy, but still, it was amazing. So, like, I don't think you have been able to do the same pose. I was not. Really like, "Oh, don't want to drop this over." It was very heavy. But anyway, back to optical. I actually stagger a lot. I use a weapon that is staggering. Like, sometimes it bugs, and I get clipped on like plants and things, and it can self stagger, and I find it annoying. Do I use the stagger removal mod? No. Do I find it annoying? Yes, but it kind of is down to my method of play, and I see it as a factor. I don't like it, but I accept it, and I do think it's an okay addition to the game. It makes it so I have to think about when I'm shooting, which is kind of cool. It's not as bad as I fall on the floor, though, so it's an improvement. But I just, I do feel that people are just shredding away at it, and they won't be happy until there's no downside to it at all.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the fair solution is add in a mod for secondaries. Now, just to point out, because I wanted to look this up, that mod they're talking for primaries, it's not like that was added to fix rifles. That mod originally for rifles, just cautious shot. Do you know what cautious shot used to do?
No.
Cautious shot used to be
like
99
the recoil.
No, 99% self damage reduced.
Oh, okay.
So when explosive weapons used to blow yourself up, cautious shot would reduce that. It says, because I see them on the patch notes, it was self damage reduced by cautious shot, increased from 90% to 99%. So it made it so that you could use explosive weapon primaries without taking any self damage. Obviously, they removed the self damage to readapt the mod. So it wasn't like this is an intention by DE to give rifles something over secondaries, right? So the problem is now there is this thing for primaries, we should give this thing to secondaries as well, which I think is the fair solution. Yeah. And then you have to make the change. So do you want to have stagger, or do you want to be able to use these weapons wherever? And then the option is down to you. And you'd be like, oh, but my mandatory mod choice, like, it's down to you. And that's how the mod system is supposed to be. It's you have the options available to you. Like, we'll make everything amazing.
I feel that it's not fair to call this like a mandatory mod because
because cautious shot is not mandatory to me. I do not use it in any of my optical builds, but I use the optical and the optical vandal all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. It's my favorite choice weapon, like primary optical.
I mean, I'd be interested to know what this person is using for a primary weapon as well, because I never advise use the same sort of like weapon type for both secondary and primary. Like, I'll either have a rapid fire primary and a slow fire secondary, or vice versa. So, like, if I take a shotgun, I'll take a rapid fire secondary, right?
Yeah.
But like that's how I work. But if this person is just like, oh, explosives all the way, I mean, like, interesting way to look at it. But definitely. All I can say really, put the mod in. I think really self-damage, though I am personally sad it has gone, I think it is for the best. I will not... Gone? Huh? That it is gone.
Self-damage.
Yeah.
Like,
I won't die on that soapbox.
But they're saying as well, cautious shot for primaries work. I don't like the change from self-damage to stagger, but it's fine, it's at least bearable. So they're saying it is bearable on primaries, is what they're saying.
Because they got cautious shot.
Yeah, so basically, even though they say it's not the solution is just give the slot for secondaries. then they're down to like that. There's too many mandatory mods for secondaries.
But the big thing is,
if somebody can I just before you start praying, if I'm getting this wrong and I'm missing out on some mods that like, oh no, Loz, you don't understand. These days the meta for secondaries is this, and this compared to primaries of only these three. That's why there's so much competition in secondaries. If that is wrong, please let me know in the comments. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
I want to know.
I like.
So one of the points they had was before when we had self-damage on them, I could use any of those weapons on any Warframe and zero problems, right?
Yeah.
Does Atlas stagger to self-damage? Or self-stagger?
I don't know if it's still in the game, but apparently not. But it is apparently a bug with Cautious Shot. When used with Atlas, the mod will work in reverse and cause Atlas to stagger 90% of the time, when otherwise he would have completely ignored the stagger effect. That may have been removed, but it's on the wiki at the moment, so...
But you get my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's I just feel that, you know, there's something... Yeah, like, I can't envision... Like, if you know, and you could say in the comments below, like, seriously, does Atlas suffer from the self-stagger? Because I don't think he does.
No. It says. That's what...
I know.
Bug. It says, when otherwise he would have completely ignored the stagger effect.
Right, but it's like... I don't know, I feel this person wants their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Anyway. Should we go to the replies?
Sure. Pry in proper scaffold.
I don't know what that means. There is more to that comment, though.
For some reason, D thought it was a good thing to add self-stagger on an amp. Oh, amps.
Yeah, but, like, isn't there, like, a grenade-based amp? That would make sense.
I think that's what this is. Proper scaffold, amp construction, allows them to form an alternative secondary fire. The proper fires a ball that travels 2 meters and explodes on contact with a surface enemy about 1.5 seconds after amp. Yeah.
Yes, freaking grenade. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, no, self-damage instead! I mean, if it didn't have self-damage before, then it shouldn't have self-stagger now. But...
yeah.
Anyway.
If I have double Umbra mod build without the need to form extra slot, handspring becomes an answer for me. PSF?
Don't know.
Primary is good, in my opinion, only for special heavy knockback encounters like Profit Taker, but I have no...
Prime sure-footed.
Yes. Good point. I have no prime sure-footed, so sure-footed plus power drift also kind of a solution. But I can agree that stagger itself, instead of self-damage, is a poor game design decision. Hate, no-brain, Brahma meta.
Here's a question. Should self-damage come back for hard mode?
Pop it in the comments for the the quiz. The
Questions.
Yeah. Lastly, realistic self-damage shouldn't even be an issue after we got shield gating, especially since you can abuse shield gating with auger mods.
Well, the fact that you can abuse shield gating is concerning, and just breaks again further the power fantasy that exists. Like, oh look, cookie color builds, yay!
Yay!
I mean, like, hell, the person above was complaining about no brain Brahma metas, like, and now we're saying like, oh yeah, let's just auger mods and, you know, abuse the shield gating. Yeah. Shit, no, I don't want self-damage back. I don't want to see it come back. I want it. I do not think it should come back. You know. But I mean, they have to recognize that Warframe does have a very casual player base. And if a good chunk of the weapons are not being played by the majority of the players because of the self-damage, then that's not good form. They want to do weapons like this that have explosives, like the Javlock and stuff like this. But, they can't do it if the players won't play it because it kills them. So this needs to be a thing that the people that love it realistically need to let go and evolve with the system.
Yeah. I think this works better than self-damage. Self-damage in general was a bit weird and annoying, and you just meant your friends had to pick you up. This is slightly annoying, but you recover in seconds. You can there's several different mods to help you either speed up your recovery, make you just ignore it, or not at all. And some Warframe powers like Atlas and I assume Oberon's flowers as well.
I honestly don't know about those because that's really fecking selective on whether or not you get staggered.
Oh, fine. Have to test it. But still, there are options you have available, definitely mod-wise. So, I think the best solution is just to give the mod for secondaries and then see how it goes from there. Personally, I don't like using the primary one, but at least then the option would be available. I think it's the bigger issue.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Cool. Well, that's it for the topic. Short and brief one.
Mm-hmm.
Let us move on to the memes.
Cool.
You have sent them to me, yes? I haven't checked.
Sent them to you. How would I send them to you?
Dropbox.
Oh, they're in there, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Ready?
Oh, hang on. You can put the number for me and I deleted the number.
Good job, Loz. Ready?
They're in your file for you. Yep.
All right. First one.
Okay, so the first one, nice and simple. Let me just check. Oh, I've definitely got them in the thing because I'm worried now. Though I'm sure I have them in the Dropbox.
No, they're there. I can see it.
That could there. Yeah. So right. It's the first one. So I was washing dishes and I imagined, what if? I wonder if anyone else does this because I do this. Like, there's cup, and then cup prime. There you go.
You genuinely do this?
Yeah, especially if I see anything called prime.
Oh, okay.
I think I've seen a PCR machine that said prime on it. We have a machine called a Faxcalibur. So I'm like, Faxcalibur prime.
Fair enough.
These little things. Right, moving on. Meme number 2. Sergeant dreams of a rework. Assassin. Complete 3 assassination missions. Now, if you don't know the meme, that is the Ralph meme.
I'm in danger.
Sergeant's face. It means I'm in danger. There we go.
Love that one.
Meme number 3. Now, I looked one up. This actually is a Sonic meme with like people dressed up as Sonic in very sad things. So it's like, so Let Me In is a different meme, you see. Let Me In is the guy on the railings. We've had that in the past. But anyway, so this one's got Get Out and Vault. The problem being Faster Than Light is that the doors won't fucking open. It's something like, people, you're live, being depressed or something. I'm just trying to find the original meme. So I understand what it's like. Sonic. I'm going to get this right. Sonic. Running. Right. So the original meme said, no matter how fast I run, the problem of being fast and light is that you can only live in darkness. I cannot run away from the pain. And there's 2 very sad-looking kids in very bad Sonic cosplay.
Lol.
So this one is obviously there instead. You got Gauss and Volt there. The problem being fast and light is the doors won't fucking open. It's banging those head on fucking doors every time. Meme number 4. This is a bit of a dev stream. This is a bit of a dig on DE, a little bit. Nothing too serious. Okay, I'll put this way. So, and rename Warframes to Javelins. Dev stream then. The super corgi.
No, that's not a corgi. That's Shiba Inu.
Oh, Shiba, okay. The most epic quest that introduces new mechanics such as operators, focus, and branching conversations, and is the best soundtrack you've heard in your life, is delayed by 2 days, so we can make 20 pages of fixes as well. Let's answer 50 of those community questions. Dev stream now. Please buy this skin. New cutscene next year.
Oh, a bit of a dig.
Lockdown, guys. I was like, it's a bit of a dig, but it's like, come on, lockdown. It's lockdown.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit funny. It's like, yeah, in the past, yeah, we've had some amazing stuff. We'll get some cool stuff this year. Just give it time. Meme number 5, because this is totally me. This is true.
What?
Me figuring out how far ahead to throw the fishing spear for Mercury. Yes, aiming, carry the 3. Me modding literally any gun. Mods and guns. Warm coat? Yeah, I'll put that in there. That's good. Yeah.
How'd you
Just
get
a
warm?
gun. I don't care. Exactly. The picture's me. It's like, how did you manage that? Huh? That's how I managed it.
Yeah.
Okay, and the final meme for this week, which I thought was amazing. Someone should go check on Steve.
The end is far, far away. Relax.
The end is far, far away. Relax and enjoy some pasta.
What is he? Is he wearing a colander on his head?
I think so. It's either that or what you cook a curry in, like on those bolty dishes.
Oh yeah.
But it certainly looks like Steve.
It does.
I was like, yeah, there we go. So Steve chilling out with his big phablet. I think it's a phablet. It looks too big for a phone.
Right.
And yeah, the end is far, far away. Relax and enjoy some pasta. Yeah, I assume that's the end of lockdown or the end of the game or the end of everything. So just let's Steve. It looks like Steve. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah,
right.
That's the end of the meet. Let's have the community shoutouts.
Moving on to the community shoutouts. The first community shoutout is I Am Tenno by Dave Greco. So we actually had Dave Greco's Titania. You remember the Titanium Sunset?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Dave Greco's. I'm pretty sure that was Dave Greco's from memory.
Wrapped up on stream yesterday. Thanks to everyone who's been showing their support these past weeks. Warframe animated comics would be amazing. Oh, they would be. They absolutely would be.
Need more plot.
This is where I say, like, we need more Warframe fan content, whatever. And then Drew goes, well, why don't you make it, Lars? And I'll be like, but I'm being too lazy. So yeah, maybe I should make stuff instead of saying that. But yeah, I'm moving on.
Number 2. So, and then we've got...
Can I just pitch this idea? Sorry. Can I just pitch it? Because I had it while making my super project, whatever, which I will finish at some point, right? Do you know what my super project thing? You've seen my super project thing, right? Right. But what if I did that, and it was a Grenier dating simulator?
That would be awesome. You may have just given away what your super project is.
That isn't what my super project, because my super project is serious, because everyone knows I like serious in the grimdark, which is what my actual project is.
Oh,
but
you need
I was thinking, like,
you need to re-render everything. It needs to be darker. I'm joking.
Oh, okay, but I could reuse that same thing and
yes,
like,
I know.
I
know. Right. Anyway, number 2 is Era by Darika. We haven't seen her in a long, long time.
Oh, Sing for a Sister Era, the Queen's sister. Ooh.
Yeah?
Can you explain?
This is a human personification of Era.
Yes, it is. Sorry, Era just looks so freaky to me that I don't really get it. Oh, I get it.
I mean, it would make more sense if the eyebrows were there.
Yeah.
Right. Number 3?
Does Era really have claws? Weird, okay.
No, he has like
Stampy.
2 digits, like 2 fingers and a thumb.
Wow.
What? Number 3?
The next one.
Yeah. So number 3 is Operator by, I don't know how you pronounce that name because I don't know what that character is, but I'm just going to say Knock.
Oh no, I think that's Nuke.
I don't know what that character is.
Because remember my friend, Mr. Martin. He has that in his name technically, but he writes as an O for English, and that's dossing, and with that, like that, it's doosing. So I think that's nuke, I think. Okay. I'm not sure if we're wrong. Please correct us, but yeah. So anyway, this, by the way, this picture is amazing. If I look at the right shoulder, it almost thinks I'm
Wait,
like,
her
don't look
right
at the face,
or the right we're seeing?
Her right shoulder, where the gold band is. And blur my eyes a bit. That looks like a photo to me.
It's possible.
It looks like someone in cosplay.
It is possible.
Like,
it's a photo, but then drawn over.
Maybe I don't think so, though. I just think it's so good. I really think that it's so good. It looks like somebody wearing cosplay. It's amazing. Yeah, okay. If you look at the face, maybe a bit of the thing is a bit off, like the texture of the thing, but not photo perfect. But for a damn good picture. But literally, if I focus on like the neck here, the band, I think that's somebody in cosplay. That is amazing art. That is just.
Moving on. Number 4 is Sarin Prime by... Oh, God, I saw this one.
Kloenko?
Sure.
Kloenko, I think. No, it's Kloenko.
I was going to say
Chloe
Nenko.
No, because then it'd be N-E-K-O. Chloe Nako would be how it'd be, or Kloenko would be how you're doing that.
It's a hard name to pronounce. But it's still a very lovely Sarin. Yeah.
A beautiful Sarin I completed last night. Re-uploaded because the quality was this. Amazing. Just look at that, it's really cool. Love the background as well, actually. Fits it. Where are her organs? Make a joke. No, that's really good artwork. It's really good.
Right. Then number 5 is Titania and Oberon by Zarionis. I know.
Zarionis.
Still looks amazing.
What is this? It's called, what is it?
This is Oberon
and
Titania.
Oh, it's Titania.
So that's Titania Prime.
This guy's
God, which Oberon skin is that? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not Feyark.
Windigo?
Neck down is Feyark, right?
Neck down is Feyark, yeah, but it's technically because like those arms are chunk. Like Oberon don't know how chunk arms like that. Those are mighty.
I swear the leaves are Feyark, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. But like his arms aren't that chunky on the in game.
He's been lifting.
No, bro, do you know? Yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the Windigo.
Spending time in lockdown, what's he done? He's got himself some weights.
Right, and then the last one.
Can't go outside.
Last one is that should be Excalibur Dex for fans by Chris Martel.
Ooh. I can't remember the name of that helmet, but
it's the Dex one. It's the 5th anniversary one. Yeah.
The Dex one.
Yeah, it's the Dex one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I suppose that's why it's called Excalibur Dex.
Yeah, that's why it's called Excalibur DexLOz.
But I need to look this up because I don't believe you, and I keep thinking I think there was another helmet which is just looks kind of like that.
I kind of trust the artist more than anything else.
Yeah, but the Dex helmet reminds me of the Isurus helmet as well.
Yeah,
that's why.
Right.
And it's like,
so that's it for the community shoutouts.
Cool.
My good sir, would you please...
Once upon this same earth, beneath this same sun, long before you, before the Grineer and the Corpus as well, before the New Loka, the Arbitus, the Red Veil, before the Voxelaris and the Ostron, in the time of the Orokin. Now the Orokin were of two kinds. Some had simple souls and ate from the gourds of Kuva, and some had sharp minds for eating the weak, and they preyed upon the Kuva eaters. Then it happened that the Empire began. The mighty beings who appeared to rule the earth were in truth ruled by their needs. Desperate for resources, some of the Orokin Empire struck out to the void, in search of the great beyond, a land still lush and green. It was a journey toward life.
Have I seen this?
Probably when you were a kid.
Oh, fudge. So it's old.
Yep, 1988.
1988.
We all were forced to watch this when we were kids, and they made a bajillion sequels, and they all went downhill. And the first one wasn't that great.
Fuck, The Land Before Time.
Yeah.
It's the
we all know that.
It's the bajillion sequels.
There's like 15 or something.
Was there that many?
I was watching somebody who did a review of all 15 and ordered them today. So I was like, hey, I'm going to pick one. And I picked this from the first one.
Oh my
15.
God. Oh my
And they all have plots that are like the equivalent of a 30-minute TV cartoon show, but they're always like 90
they're super
minutes.
stretched out. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's just like, what is...
Aren't they also like a lot lower in like animation quality as well. Like the first one had like really high quality.
Because the first one was a proper film, but I think it went to studio things, and then everything else was just a cheap cash-in released to DVD or released to VHS.
Yeah.
However, apparently though the quality picks up at about 9 because that's when they started using Flash.
Right.
So then it obviously trades off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what they said in the review. They pointed that. So that is 9 is probably still quite old. Yeah, but I imagine these days it's probably newer techniques, but they're still not great.
Yeah.
But it's also this person was complaining because the design of the dinosaurs, they're kind of like always covered in wrinkles and marshmallowy, so that it means they're quite restricted in the way they do them. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, 1980.
Cool. So that was
I think I made that too easy for you, really. With the
no. It's only because you said I recognize.
I know.
It.
Yeah, I shouldn't have given you the help.
But like I knew it had to be a kids' film. It had to be animated, and right. So that's it.
Well, yes, because I said we all watched it when we were kids. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I know, but like my point is that like that.
I should have let you. I should have. I should have
let me stir for longer.
Yeah,
right. Anyway, so that's it for this week. Thank you very much for listening. I'm hitting the outro button. What? Why are you staring at me like that?
Breaking news. What's the breaking news? Why are you doing breaking news sounds? Breaking news. What's the news? What's the news, man? What's the news? Have they released a second thing for Glassmaker? Can we do the thing? Can we do the thing? Can we do the thing?
Do you know what would be really ironic as if they did?
Can we have the patch? I'm getting a patch or something. Can we have a patch?
What? No, there's not normally patches with them.
Is there not a patch? Is there not something?
No, it's just like it's just time gated.
Oh.